নমস্কাৰ পৰম শ্ৰদ্ধাৰ সুধীবৃন্দ আজিৰ এই বিশেষ অনুষ্ঠানটিলৈ আপোনাক সবক জনাইছোঁ উষ্ম আদৰণি A very good morning and a warm welcome to all our esteemed guests and dignitaries to this prestigious event organized by the Inland Waterways Authority of India under the aegis of Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Government of India. The story of inland water transport in India began right here in the Northeast. In 1844, the East India Company initiated a water route from Kolkata to Dibrugarh, making this region the cradle of riverine trade. By 1847, steamships were navigating the mighty Brahmaputra, and Dibrugarh emerged as a vital hub for tea exports and commercial movement. However, despite the rich legacy, the sector remained neglected for decades. Infrastructure was outdated, cargo volumes were stagnant, and the potential of our rivers remained largely untapped. A transformative shift came in 2014 when our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, gave a visionary call to revive inland water transport, restoring its past glory and integrating it into India's modern logistics framework. Since then, cargo movement on inland waterways has grown from 18 million metric tons in 2014 to 146 million metric tons in 2025, a phenomenal growth of over 700%. Well, India is rapidly developing world-class maritime infrastructure, strengthening cargo and multimodal connectivity. Well, and it is my privilege to share that the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways will host its flagship program under the leadership of Honorable Union Minister Shri Sarbananda Sonowal sir, the India Maritime Week 2025, the 4th edition from October 27th to 31st at NESCO Exhibition Center, Mumbai, an event to be graced by the Honorable Prime Minister of India. And as a prelude to this mega event, today's roadshow, organized by the Inland Waterways Authority of India, highlights the theme Water Voyage Northeast, Navigating the Future, Sustainable Tourism and Ferry Integration Across Waterways. পুনঃ আপোনাক সকলোকে আজিৰ এই অনুষ্ঠানটোলৈ মই উষ্ম आदरणी जनाइছো सभी महानुभावों का हम पुनः आज के इस विशेष सभा में हार्दिक अभिवादन करते हैं. Well, to have an auspicious beginning to this grand event, may I now humbly request our chief guest to kindly light the ceremonial lamp. I'd also request our dignitaries on the dais to kindly join in for this lamp lighting ceremony.
कल्याणम् आरोग्यम् धनसम्पदः शुभम् कुरु त्वम् कल्याणम् आरोग्यम् धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभम् कुरु त्वम् कल्याणम् आरोग्यम् धनसम्पदः शुभम् कुरु त्वम् कल्याणम् आरोग्यम् धनसम्पदः त्वम् कल्याणम् आरोग्यम् धनसम्पदः.
I request everyone to kindly take their seat. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed for the felicitation of our respected dignitaries. We are elated and honored to have amidst us the visionary leader, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal Mahoday, Honorable Union Minister, Ports, Shipping and Waterways. I would request Chairman in charge, IWAI, Shri Sunil Kumar Singh Ji, to kindly do the honors and felicitate our chief guest amidst a warm round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shri Sarbananda Sonowal Mahoday. Dhanyabad. We now welcome Honorable Minister Transport, Government of Assam, Shri Jugan Mohan Mahoday. We now welcome Shri T.K. Ramachandranji, Secretary, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways. We welcome you, sir. We also thank Chairman in charge, sir, for doing the honors. I now request Shri K.K. Nath, Advisor, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, to kindly do the honors as we welcome Shri Satyendra Bhalla, Secretary, NEC. We now welcome Chairman in charge, IWAI, Shri Sunil Kumar Singh Ji. Thank you. We now welcome Shri Manoj Kumar Sembal, MD, IPRCL. Dhanaman, we also thank Shri K.K. Naji. I now request Shri Ashutosh Gautam to kindly do the honors. Shri Ashutosh Gautam, Member Technical. We welcome Shri K.K. Nath, Advisor, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways. We now welcome Dr. Jitendra Singh, DSG, PhD, CCI. Thank you. I now request Shri A.K. Bansalji to kindly felicitate Shri Ashutosh Gautam, Member Technical, IWAI. Dhanaman. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to formally commence the proceedings of this landmark event, I now invite Shri Sunil Kumar Singh, Chairman in charge, IWAI, to kindly deliver the welcome address. His words will be followed by a presentation providing a comprehensive overview of inland water transport. Sir.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the Waterways Northeast Meet today, being held in Guwahati, themed Navigating the Future, Sustainable Tourism and Ferry Integration across waterways. We are honored to have our beloved Honorable Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Sri Sarbananda Sonowal ji, with us, under whose guidance this program is being organized over here. I would also like to welcome Honorable Minister of Transport, Government of Assam, Sri Jogen Mohan ji, for sparing his valuable time and for attending this event. I would also like to welcome our respected Secretary, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Sri T.K. Ramachandran, Sri Manoj Kumar Semwal, MD, IPRCL, Sri K.K. Nath, Advisor, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Sri Ashutosh Gautam, Member Technical, IWAI, Sri Jatinder Singh, Deputy Secretary General, PhD, Chamber of Commerce, and Transport Secretaries from various northeastern states, senior officers from other states, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, and other central government ministries, our partners from cargo and cruise industry, friends from the media, and other esteemed guests. Today's event is a precursor to one of the biggest annual events in the maritime sector, India Maritime Week 2025, set to take place in October 2025 in Mumbai. The objective of today's roadshow is to have fruitful deliberations on ways to harness the immense potential of waterways in transforming tourism and fostering sustainable development in the northeastern region. As you all are aware, the Inland Waterways Authority of India is an autonomous organization under the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, solely responsible for development of the national waterways in the country. We have 111 declared national waterways in India. 30 of them are now operational, serving as key channels of cargo and cruise movement, driving growth in the maritime sector. Let me take you to a short presentation on the activities of IWAI. Can you, on the presentation? Yeah. Yeah. Nahi hai. Next, please. This slide gives overview of inland water transport, which is of environment-friendly mode of transportation and even cheaper than rail and road. So, as you can see, this encourages multimodal transportation and reduces dependence on single mode of transportation. It is best suited for heavy and bulk cargo and roll on and roll off. As you can see from the chart, this carrying capacity of one 2,000-ton vessel replaces one rail rake and 16 10-wheel trucks from road. The operating cost, you can see, Waterways, it is 1.2 rupees per ton kilometer, whereas for rail it is 1.4 rupees per ton kilometer, and for road it is 2.28 rupees per ton kilometer. Similarly, in fuel efficiency, if you can see, 1 liter of fuel can move 105 ton kilometer by inland waterways, whereas by rail, 1 liter fuel can move only 85 ton kilometer, and by road it only 24 ton kilometers. Next, please. Inland Waterways Authority of India was set up in 1980 through an act of Parliament, IWA Act 1985. It was set up in 1986. The same year, National Waterway 1 was declared by Government of India, Ganga Bhagirathi Hooghly River System. Then in 1988, River Brahmaputra was declared as National Waterway 2. In 1993, National Waterway 3 was declared in Kerala from Kottapuram to Kollam. And then in 2008, 2 national waterways were declared, NW4 and NW5. One is River Krishna Godavari and Buckingham Canal System and East Coast Canal System. In 2016, by Inland Waterways Act, the National Waterways Act 2016, government declared 106 new waterways as national waterways. Next. This is the status of inland water transport. As you can see, in 2013-14, only 6 states were covered by national waterways, and 3 operational national waterways were there in the entire country. Whereas in 2024-25, 31 national waterways are now operational, covering 11 states. And we are having plans which are underway. By 2027, we are going to operationalize 76 national waterways, by 2027, which will cover 23 states and 3 union territories. Next. IWAI has been taking concerted efforts for movement of cargo and passenger through inland water transport. As you can see, the cargo movement in 24-25 reached 146 million tons with a CAGR of 21%, whereas in 2024, the total cargo movement was only 18 million tons. Now, IWT modal share is 2% in India. Our Maritime India Vision target for 2030, sir, it is 200 metric ton, which we are sure that we'll be attaining even more than that. And as per our Amrit Kal vision, our target is 500 million metric tons. As on date, sir, passenger movement on national waterways has reached around 7.7 crores per annum. This figure represents only national waterways, sir. Other waterways there may be some more traffic in other national waterways also. Next. On cruise movement, sir, as you are aware, sir, this is our rivers exhibit rich cultural heritage, and we have numerous heritage habitations, religious and historical sites, wildlife sanctuaries, etc. located on the river banks. River cruise tourism, sir, in India comprises of high-end as well as local cruises. As on today, sir, status is, whereas in 2013-14 there were only 3 luxury river cruises were operating, it is now only on 3 national waterways. Now, sir, it is on 13 national waterways, luxury river cruises are operating. In 2013-14, only 3 vessels were there, sir. 3 cruise vessels. Now it has reached to 25. These 13 national waterways, sir, we have identified 15 river cruise terminals where these river cruises are operating. And we have planned to develop 51 additional river cruise circuits on 47 national waterways by 2027. As of now, sir, today we have planned 7 dedicated river cruise terminals, out of which, sir, one Kolkata construction is about to start, sir. DPR is completed. And in few days' time, sir, the construction on Kolkata terminal will be. I can read. Then, sir, in Varanasi and Guwahati, sir, feasibility study has been completed. DPR will be ready by October 2025. Silghat, Biswanath Ghat, Nimati and Guijan, DPR has been finalized, sir. And very soon the construction will start, sir. Next. There is one more, sir, one more thing I wanted to inform this gathering, that in Forbes report, recently released Forbes report, sir, the Ganges has been included in the 15 world's best river cruises. And Viking has planned to operate river cruises on Brahmaputra by 2027, sir. Now I would like to inform the gathering about the developmental activities which IWI has initiated and undertaken till date, sir. One of the flagship programs of Inland Waterways is the Jal Marg Vikas project, which is being implemented to develop the capacity, to augment the capacity of Ganga NW1, covering a stretch of around 1390 kilometers, sir, from Varanasi to Haldia. This is under implementation with the technical and financial support of the World Bank, sir, with an investment of 5,061 crores. The major components of this project is, sir, under this project we have completed 3 multimodal terminals at Varanasi, Sahibganj and Haldia, and 1 intermodal terminal which has recently been inaugurated by Honorable Minister in Bihar. Apart from that, sir, we have constructed 1 new navigation lock at Farakka. And with that, sir, earlier the vessels used to take around 2 hours time in crossing this lock gate. Now it has reduced to 23 minutes only. Under this project, sir, to provide logistic support to the communities living around, on and along the river Ganga, sir, we have planned to develop 60 community jetties, out of which 53 we have already commissioned. And I'm happy to inform you that, sir, the daily footfall on these passenger jetties is around 64,000 to 1,22,000 per day. And sir, on Ganga River, I would like to inform that there are 10 pontoon bridges from Varanasi to Haldia for crossing the river, which is widely used by public. So, sir, whenever a vessel comes, these bridges have to be replaced, and it takes sometimes 1 or 2 days to open and for passage of vessel. That also disrupts the local traffic also, sir. That to remove that problem, sir, IWI has developed mechanized opening of these pontoon bridges with the help of IIT Kharagpur, and 2 quick pontoon opening mechanisms have been established, one in Bihar and one in Uttar Pradesh. So now the time taken is, sir, reduced to only 3 minutes, from 1 or 2 days to 3 minutes. And during sir, flood season, these pontoon opening systems, they work as Ro-Ro terminals, and they are being used right now, sir. And use public, it is used by almost daily footfall is around 40,000 to 50,000 to cross the river during flood season, sir. Apart from that, sir, the existing navigation lock on Ganga, sir, that is also being modernized, and it will be completed by July 2026. Apart from that, sir, under this project, we have planned to establish 2 ship repair facilities, one in Patna and one in Varanasi. DPR will be ready by this month, sir. And apart from that, sir, we have planned to connect these 3 multimodal terminals with rail connectivity, for which, sir, IPRCL has been awarded the contract. and DPR will be ready by October 2025. As you are aware, sir, MV Ganga Vilas was the world's longest river cruise from Varanasi to Dibrugarh, covering a distance of 3,200 kilometers, was flagged off by Honorable Prime Minister in 2023. Since then, sir, this Ganga Vilas has made 16 trips till date. And to facilitate this river cruise and cargo movement, sir, for the first time, end-to-end fairway development activities have been awarded to on contract basis, sir, and the contract is going on, sir. We are now maintaining required depth in the entire stretch. Next. The Inland Waterways is developing national waterways in NER, sir, with the investment of 1,110 crores. And we have already prepared a comprehensive roadmap for investment of 5,000 crores for the next 5 years for development of national waterways in Northeast region, sir. This fairway is being maintained on Brahmaputra from Bangladesh border up to Dibrugarh, sir. Similarly, sir, contract has also been awarded for development of fairway on NW16 Barak River. Apart from that, sir, there are 4 permanent terminals on Brahmaputra, one in Dhubri, Jogigopa, Pandu and Bogibeel, and 13 floating terminals have already been installed. One ship repair facility with an investment of 239 crore is going on, sir, and its completion is likely by March 2026. Apart from that, sir, to connect Pandu port for seamless movement of trucks and all, we have built one alternate road connectivity to Pandu, which will be completed by this month end. 2 permanent terminals on River Barak has already been upgraded, sir, at Karimganj and Badarpur. Then recently, sir, we have operationalized Kopili River also, NW57, and a trial movement by Star Cement from Sonapur to Hatsingi Mari, 275 kilometers, has been successfully completed, sir. They have transported 300 million metric ton of cement from Sonapur to Hatsingi Mari. Other projects in in NER region, sir, we are providing 2 steel pontoons, which will be completed by 2025, 2 shallow draft vessels, and 10 vessels for Barak, which will also be completed by March 2026, sir. Apart from that, sir, for Nagaland, to develop Doyang Lake and promotion of water transport and tourism at Nune and Siloi Lake, DPR has been awarded, sir. DPR work will be completed by this month end. Similarly, in Mizoram, for development of Tlang and Chimtui Pui, sir, the work has been awarded to RITES, and the DPR will be completed by September 2025. Developmental activities will be initiated thereafter. In Tripura, sir, government has already approved a project worth 25 crores, sir, on Meghna River for development of Gumti River for its connection with Meghna River. Apart from that, sir, we have also approved a project for capacity development in Tripura with an investment of 5 crores. Next. This is sir, because of these developmental activities, this is Indo-Bangladesh protocol route. Sir, entire Northeast is connected by Ganga through IBP route. On this route, sir, right now there are 13 routes and 10 declared routes and 13 ports of call. On each side, we are maintaining end-to-end fairway development. Government is in Bangladesh portion, sir, government is funding 80%, and Bangladesh government is spending 20% for development of fairway. Next. To streamline the investments which we have done on National Waterway 1, NW2 and 16, sir, government has conceptualized the regional waterway grid to connect India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar through this project, sir, which involves construction of navigation lock at Jangipur. And for that purpose, sir, we have awarded traffic study to KPMG, sir, to and DPR for renovation of modernization has also been awarded. This, if Jangipur lock is completed, sir, it will reduce the distance from NW1 to NW2 by 930 kilometers. Next. This is the brief of IWI activities and other national waterways across the country, sir. In Delhi, sir, we are going to start by January one cruise movement for which, sir, work has already been awarded to IPRCL and cruise boat operator has also been engaged. So by January, sir, there will be cruises will be running on Yamuna in Delhi, sir. Apart from that, sir, for Yamuna only, we are developing Mathura to Bindavan 22-kilometer stretch for cruise movement. And third project for Yamuna, sir, is the development of 38 kilometers of stretch on Yamuna, connecting Taj Mahal to Kailash Mandir. That will be, that WAPCOS has been engaged, sir. DPR will be ready by September, and then developmental activities will be initiated later on. Similarly, sir, in Jammu and Kashmir, we are going to start this river cruise from on River Jhelum. That will be, sir, we have planned to start by February. The work will be has been awarded this IPRCL. We are going to provide 7 jetties. Jetties work has already been awarded. That will be deployed there by December, sir. And onshore facilities for river cruise and urban transportation, sir, that will be established by February 2026. Similarly, sir, on River Chenab also, we are developing 9-kilometer stretch. The jetty will be provided by December with navigational aids. Entire project will be completed by February 2026. Sir. Next. For development of national waterways in Odisha, sir, sir, NW5, this is a very strategic project, sir, for evacuation of coal. Right now, sir, Paradip Port, evacuation of coal from Talcher to Paradip and Dhamra Port, this rail and road congestion that leads to some delays of around a month sometimes, sir. To ease that delay, so Inland Waterways has initiated a study, sir. WAPCOS, we have engaged WAPCOS and the DPR has been completed. We have done financial analysis. This our proposal is earlier, sir, was 20,000 crore investment, which now has been which have come down to 12,000 crore, sir. Very soon we'll be submitting the project proposal after for consideration of the ministry in a month's time, sir. And then, sir, and other projects in Himachal Pradesh, sir, we are also going to develop all the 3 national waterways by 2027. In Gujarat also, sir, jetties we have already given. 3 rivers are already operational. Other 2 rivers will also be made operational by 2027. In Maharashtra, out of 14 rivers, sir, national waterways, 5 are right now operational. And we have planned to operationalize 6 more national waterways by 2027. Next. In Karnataka, sir, total 12 national waterways. In Goa also, sir, 6 national waterways, 3 are operational, and we have planned to operationalize the remaining 3 by 2027 as well. In Karnataka, we have, sir, 12 national waterways. 1 only is operational right now. In 2 years' time, sir, we are going to operationalize another 11 waterways. Similarly, in Kerala, sir, out of 5, 3 are operational as on date. 2 numbers of national waterways will be operational by 2027. In Tamil Nadu, sir, we have 10 national waterways. None are operational. And then, sir, we are going to make it operational, 9 operational by 2027. Similarly, Andhra Pradesh, sir, we are going to operationalize all the 4. Next. Similarly, sir, Telangana, Chhattisgarh, UT of Ladakh and Puducherry, everywhere, sir, we are going to start our national waterways. Next. This is Water Metro project, sir. For this project, sir, we have engaged Kochi Metro Rail Limited for conducting feasibility studies. Feasibility studies have already been initiated, sir. We have identified 18 locations for this urban water metro. DPR will be completed by April 2026, sir. In the first phase, sir, we are this Patna and Jhelum, their study has been completed. Very soon will be coming up to the ministry with the proposal. Next. These are our recent initiatives to promote cargo transportation. A Jal Vahak scheme has been launched by Honorable Minister in December 2024 with an investment of 95 crores. And till date, sir, 12 scheduled movements have been completed. One is in transit, and now, till date, sir, we have transported 10.07 million ton kilometer under this scheme. Apart from that, sir, another path-breaking initiative which has been taken is for regulation for establishment of private jetties by private operators also. That has also been, for that, sir, we have launched the digital portal, and till date, sir, 2 NOCs have been given for establishment of terminals by private operators. Next. So, central database for implementation of our Inland Vessels Act and rules framed thereunder, sir, we on the lines of Vahan and Sarthi, as done by Ministry of Road Transport and Highway, we have introduced Jalyan and Navik, and on board till date, sir, 13 states have been onboarded, including Assam, Andhra Pradesh, Andaman Nicobar, Gujarat, Goa, Odisha, Mizoram, Nagaland, Puducherry, JNK, UP, Tripura, and Rajasthan. Other states are being sensitized for onboarding, sir. Along with that, sir, we have entered into an MOU with BISAC for development of AI-based DPR tools, and then we are having, sir, vessel tracker and Pani portal to help our shippers to navigate the waters safely. Next. These are the opportunities, sir, I would like to ask our stakeholders to look into. We have opportunities in fairway development, vessel design, manufacturing and operation, terminal and jetty construction, then cargo and logistics services, river cruise tourism, skill development and training, and ship repair and maintenance services. For this, sir, we have already prepared a project pipeline for implementation in the next 5 years worth 38,000 crores, sir, which is there on the screen, sir. With this, I would like to invite our stakeholders to kindly participate in the development of national waterways in India. With this, I will thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your presentation. Is meaningfully set the context for today's deliberations. May I now humbly request Shri T.K. Ramachandranji, Secretary, Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Government of India, to kindly deliver his valuable speech. Kindly, sir.
Namaskar and good morning to all of you. Honorable Minister for Port Shipping and Waterways, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal ji, Honorable Shri Jogen Mohan, Minister Transport, Government of Assam, my colleagues on stage, Shri Bhalla, Vice Chairman IWI, Shri Sunil Kumar Singh, Shri Gautam, Shri Nath, Shri Sonowal, and Shri Jatinder Singh. To all the other delegates for this Water Voyage Northeast and this roadshow for the India Maritime Week, to all of you, let me extend a very warm welcome to this event. As you are aware, the details about the event as well as its significance have already been presented to you. The significance of waterways cannot be lost on any of us. Every day when we pray in the morning, whether it is in the north, east, south or west, we start with the invocation, Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalaismin Sannidhim Kuru. So we start with the names of the rivers. The rivers are intricately linked with our civilization, and that has been the case right from the beginning, from the time of the Indus Valley civilization, which we now call the Saraswati Valley civilization, to the Lothal dockyard. We have a very long history of maritime activities, of riverine settlements, of riverine civilization, of riverine transport and movement. And therefore, it is appropriate that this event, which is being held in the Northeast, is focusing on inland waterways development, on river cruise, and inland water transport through the metros. I'd like to start with the vision that was set by our Honorable Prime Minister a couple of years back, the Maritime Amritkal Vision 2047, in which one of the main pillars, there are 11 pillars, one of the main pillars is inland waterways. And the Prime Minister has been on record for a number of occasions on the importance of waterways and on the developments that have taken place in the waterways sector. And this vision is being implemented by this ministry under the guidance of none other than Honorable Shri Sarbananda Sonowal ji, who, having been the Chief Minister of Assam, brought in his entire wealth of experience. After all, if rivers are important in any state, you cannot think of any other state than Assam and the Northeast. You can, of course, talk about the Gangetic Plain or West Bengal, etc. But there it is only a concomitant and a pertinent to the other modes of transport. But here it is almost like the lifeline. And it is important that this lifeline is developed. And therefore, we have taken a number of steps which were explained in detail by the IWA chairman. And today's discussions should focus on what can we do more in this sector for the Northeast and how we can contribute to the discussions that are to take place during the India Maritime Week. So, a vision is there is a strategy, and there is a plan for the Northeast, and now we have to implement. Now, what are the things that we have done over the last few years? Of course, great details have been already provided, so I'll just give you a glimpse. One, of course, the legislative reforms, the acts, the Inland Vessels Act, and so many other legislative reforms have taken place. Infrastructure projects, large number of them have been put in place, whether it is through the Jal Marg Vikas project or the NER project or the other schemes that were mentioned, Jal Vahak and so on. So infrastructure, because ultimately you need infrastructure, whether it is terminals or jetties or access infrastructure and so on. You need infrastructure. So a lot of emphasis on that. Then we come to the funding. The funding has improved. It used to be just a few 100 crores a decade back. Now it is more than 1,000 crores per annum that we are spending. So funding has improved. And large projects, 38,000 crores number was mentioned. Then new schemes like Jal Vahak, like JMVP, and so on. New schemes have been put in place, so that all these things can be delivered in an integrated fashion. Funding, of course, I talked about. Process improvements. They talked about Pani, Kadi portal, the Jalyan, the Navik. All these schemes are to improve the processes. Taxation. This was announced during the budget also. Taxation, significant reforms have been either initiated or have taken place already. Institutional mechanisms, like the Inland Waterways Development Council, like the Cruise Bharat Mission, and now the ferry services for the water ferry services across the country, doing it in 18 places. So things like that. MOUs with states, very important, because doing things, haphazardly here and there is not how we do things in the ministry. We do everything very systematically. So the things that I mentioned just now, the list that I read out, these are all indicative of an ecosystem approach. We don't just believe in doing a project here, doing a project there. We believe in an ecosystem approach. where we take up a project, we build an ecosystem, we look at the delivery, and then we look at the sustainability. So all these things form part of our UR, and it is in the fitness of things that today, when we sit down to discuss about urban waterways and cruise mission and the IWT, it is in the fitness of things that we also look at the achievements of the last few years. Because of more focus, more infrastructure, more projects, more investments, we have now 31 rivers which are operational. We have more passengers, crores of passengers moving by ferries, thousands, 30,000 plus moving by doing night cruises. And there is more cargo, 8 times more cargo than there was a decade back. And of course, the sector linkage with other sectors like coastal tourism, coastal movements, roadways, railways, integrated planning, multimodal planning. These are the things that we are envisioning, and you will hear much more. You heard already a lot more from the Vice Chairman. You will hear much more from the Honorable Minister from Assam, as well as our Honorable Minister, whose heart beats for Assam as well as for the whole of India, because he has to now represent both of these, constituents. And therefore, I think that if we have a wonderful session today, with discussions, deliberations, focusing on all these themes, and with all of you contributing, think of this as a sunrise sector. It is not a sector that has seen its glorious days in the past. The glorious days are in the future. Like few months back, we signed an MOU with Rennes Logistics. And they're all people who come from across the world. And they don't take any step unless they have deliberated upon every single aspect of this investment that they are proposing. So hundreds of crores of investments will not take place unless they are convinced about the efficacy of this transport mode. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me request all of you to put your heart and soul together, ensure that whatever we discuss today forms part of our action plan over the next few years, so that the entire country is linked through waterways as another means of linking this country together, not just through roadways or communications or airways or railways. Waterways will also be part of this linkage, which links the north to the south and the west to the east, and every single Indian to this to this national network. Thank you again for giving me this opportunity. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir, for your deep insights. Well, now may I have the honor of inviting Shri Jugen Mohan, Honorable Minister of Transport, Government of Assam, to kindly share his words of insight. Kindly, sir.
আটাইলৈকে নমস্কাৰ। Honorable Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, our respected Sarbananda Sonowal ji, respected dignitaries sitting on the dais, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure and pride to stand before you today at this important roadshow on Waterways Northeast Navigation, the future. A prelude to the grand celebration of Indian Maritime Week 2025. At the very outset, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji for his transformative vision of Viksit Bharat, which has given new momentum to the revival of Indian waterways in our nation. I also wish to acknowledge the relentless support our own Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Sri Sarbananda Sonowal ji, who has ensured the inland waterways in Assam has regained their rightful place as a pillar of progress and also uncompromising commitments of our Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma ji, whose untried efforts have identified the growth of trajectory of Assam. Friends, the Brahmaputra and Barak rivers have been the lifeline of Assam for centuries. Long before modern highways and railways, cargo, trade, and cultural exchange were entirely dependent on our waterways, Assam tea, coal, timber, and agricultural products once flowed seamlessly to distant markets via river routes, making Guwahati and other river ports hubs of commerce. But with time, as road transport expanded, this age-old and sustainable mode of transport was pushed into the roadshow. Roads become overbounded. Logistic costs surged and opportunities for river link develop were lost. Today, under the vision of Honorable Prime Minister, the guidance of our Chief Minister, and the leadership of our respected Sarbananda Sonowal ji, this historic legacy is being revived with modern infrastructure, technology, and global collaborations. Over the last decades, Assam has witnessed unprecedented progresses in the Indian waterways sectors. The establishment of point one, the establishment of Assam Inland Waterways Company Limited as a state-dedicated cooperative entries, the managed and expanded passengers and cargo services with professionally efficiency. The creation of modern and inland waterways transport regulatory authority to ensure safety, efficiency, and fair regulation in ferry operations. It is also night navigation facilities introduced under Brahmaputra using modern river search boards and digital systems, ensuring safe travels and passengers even after sunset, a first in the Northeast. Then soon we are going to launch the gateway to Guwahati, the first state of the Earth River terminals. The development of the world-class standard, which is poised to become the new phase Assam connectivity and tourism. The modernization of ghats, introducing the steel catamarans and the safety vessels, and the shift towards eco-friendly water transport solutions. These achievements are not just about infrastructure. They are about transforming lives and livelihood. The passengers ferry services in Assam today carry over 2 million annually. These are high numbers. The connecting rural villages, small towns and cities in the financial year 2024-25, the 89 ferry routes currently operated under DIWTA recorded a footfall of 41.15 lakhs passengers On the other hand, the Inland Waterways Authority of India has also played a transformative role in reviving cargo transportation in Assam waterways. By developing and maintaining national waterways 2 means Brahmaputra, and national waterways 16 means Barak, introducing modern navigation aids, floating terminals, night navigation and machinized terminal at Pandu and Dhubri. IWAI has ensured safety passengers travel and efficiency cargo movement. Its partnership with the government of Assam has enabled pilot cargo operations, providing the economic viability of river transport, which reducing road congestion and allegation with the vision of PM Gati Shakti for the sustainable and multimodal logistic journey and ecosystem. But not just passengers and cargo movement, there lies a lot potential in tourism. With the Brahmaputra unmatched natural beauty, Brahmaputra is a beauty, never crisis tourism, ferry integration and ecotourism circuits can make it more movable. Assam a global destination. We should know that bring new jobs, new business and new prosperity. Honorable guests and my friends, this journey is not merely about infrastructure or policy. It is about restoring pride in our rivers, ensuring the safety and dignity of every passenger, and operating a new business opportunities in entrepreneurs, youth, and livelihood and visitors also. The revival of inland waterways in Assam is a shining example of how visionary leadership, backed by strong collaboration, can rewrite history. From being forgotten, the sector is now become Assam's growth history. As a greater here today, we let us reform our collaboration commitments to harness the full potential of our rivers, not just as channel for transport, but as corridors of prosperity, culture, and sustainable development. In closing, I am again bow in gratitude to our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji for his vision of Viksit Bharat, to our Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Sharma ji for his unwavering dedication, and to Honorable Sarbananda Sonowal ji for being the trust bearer of inland waterways development in our region. Hekhot Amar Brahmaputra Barak এই নদীসমূহ যাতে অধিক টুৰিজিম সেক্টৰলৈ নিব পৰা যায়। আজি এই ৰোড শ্ব'ত মই বিশেষকৈ আশা ৰাখিছোঁ যে অসমৰ এই ৱাটাৰৱেজটো সেক্টৰত অধিক আমি ডেভেলপ কৰিবৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ আজি এই আলোচনাত কিছু সকাহ দিব অসমখনৰ বিশেষ নৰ্থ ইষ্টত, য'ত আমাৰ জীৱন আৰু জীৱিকা টুৰিজিম আজি অসমত উৎপাদিত কাঠ কয়লাবিলাক যাতে আমি ইজিলি ৰপ্তানি কৰিব পাৰোঁ, ইয়াত নোহোৱাখিনি আমদানি কৰিব পাৰোঁ। ইজি স্মুথ ট্ৰান্সপৰ্টিং ছিষ্টেমটোত আমাৰ ৱাটাৰৱেজে কৰিব পাৰে একমাত্ৰ। গতিকে এইটো এটা আমাৰ আজি খুব শুভ দিন অসমৰ কাৰণে। আমাৰ এইখন মা কামাখ্যা অসমলৈ আপোনালোক সকলোকে আদৰণি জনাইছোঁ। আজি এই কনক্লেভত আপোনালোকৰ পাৰ্টিচিপেণ্টছে আমাৰ অসমৰ বিশেষকৈ বৰাক ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰৰ আমাৰ ৰিভাৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আমি কেনেকৈ নতুন টুৰিজিম সেক্টৰ হওক ৱাটাৰৱেজ আগবঢ়াব পাৰোঁ এটা দিশ নিৰ্ণয় হ'ব বুলি আশা ৰাখিছোঁ। Together, we are scripting a new chapter where Assam reclaims its historic position as the gateway of river-based trade and culture, not just in India, but for the entire Southeast Asian region. Thank you. Jai Hind. Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Jai Assam.
বহুমূলীয়া বক্তব্যৰ বাবে মাননীয় মন্ত্ৰী মহোদয়লৈ আমি ধন্যবাদ জ্ঞাপন কৰিলোঁ। Well, ladies and gentlemen, to further enrich our understanding, let us now witness two short films on river cruise tourism presented by IWAI and one by IPA on the India Maritime Week. प्रस्तुत है दो लघु चित्र।
River cruise tourism in India is an emerging and vibrant sector that has witnessed remarkable growth, largely due to the dedicated efforts of the Inland Waterways Authority of India, IWAI, in developing national waterways. In 2013-14, river cruise operations were limited to just 3 vessels navigating 3 national waterways. Today, with the concentrated efforts of IWAI and its continuous commitment towards strategic development, 25 river cruise vessels operate across 13 national waterways, making a significant expansion in both reach and scale. From the tranquil backwaters of Kerala to the majestic rivers like the Ganga and Brahmaputra, these waterways spread across diverse states, offering travelers a unique opportunity to explore India's rich cultural and historical heritage, as well as the scenic natural beauty of its riverbanks. To facilitate smooth and luxurious cruise experiences, IWAI has developed essential infrastructure such as navigational locks, fairways, terminals, and navigational aids. Modern terminals and jetties equipped with shoreside amenities have been established for the comfortable boarding and deboarding of passengers. Additionally, navigation aids and pilotage services ensure safe and seamless travel. The appeal of these modern, luxurious, well-appointed river cruise vessels is drawing tourists from across India and around the globe. A shining example is the Ganga Vilas, the world's longest river cruise, flagged off by Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi on the 13th of January 2023. This extraordinary journey starts in Varanasi and spans 3,200 kilometers over 50 days, traveling through Bangladesh to reach Dibrugarh while traversing 27 river systems. Other popular cruise circuits, such as the Sundarbans in West Bengal, the Brahmaputra in Assam, and Alappuzha in Kerala, are also gaining momentum, with a growing number of cruise operators investing in these promising routes. Recognizing the sector's rising popularity, IWAI has laid out an ambitious plan to develop 51 new river cruise circuits across 47 national waterways by 2027. These circuits will encompass 14 states and 3 union territories, further expanding the scope of river-based tourism. As a result, river cruise tourism is fast emerging as a powerful catalyst for boosting local employment, promoting trade, and fostering regional development across India's inland waterways.
The story of cruise tourism in India is the story of a nation rising to the seas. Under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, India is harnessing its vast coastline and waterways through the Cruise Bharat mission, a 3-phase strategy built on infrastructure, world-class tourist experience, and sustainability. Back in 2013-14, India saw just 102 cruise calls and 84,705 passengers. By 2024-25, this had grown into a wave of 272 cruise calls and 4.92 lakh passengers, the highest footfall in India's cruise tourism history. That's a growth of over 400% in just a decade, a transformation that tells its own story. This remarkable transformation has been powered by the Ministry of Port Shipping and Waterways, turning vision into reality and putting India firmly on the global cruise map. At Mumbai, a world-class international cruise terminal is taking shape, set to serve as a gateway to the future of India's cruise tourism. By 2027, the city will also have a marina, a 450 crore rupees marvel with the capacity to host 450 yachts. Carrying this momentum forward, Goa, Chennai, Cochin, Visakhapatnam and New Mangalore are also upgrading rapidly to welcome more travelers. Even Puducherry has joined the Voyage, launching cruise operations with Cordelia Cruises in July 2025. But this is just the beginning. A study is already exploring 10 new cruise destinations across India's coasts. Behind every great voyage are smooth journeys. That's why the third version of standard operating procedures for customs and immigration is making checks faster and travel effortless. The heart of every cruise lies in its people. Memoranda of understanding with institutes of hospitality, culinary arts and seafaring are empowering young Indians to shape a world-class cruise tourism experience for the world. A draft framework is being developed to ease administration, resolve issues quickly and attract new investments. With taxation and regulatory policies in their drafting phase, confidence in India's cruise sector is set to grow stronger. This transformation is not just about ships and terminals. It is about building a world-class ecosystem of ports, people and possibilities. And with the Cruise Bharat mission, India is scripting nothing short of a maritime revolution.
Ladies and gentlemen, from right here, can we have a big round of applause and thank our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, for his vision, and the Honorable Union Minister, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal sir, for his leadership, for bringing this and making it possible. This truly reflects the promise of our waterways and the future they hold. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a leader of vision and commitment, a proud son of Assam, and a statesman whose work has redefined India's maritime and waterways sector. Under the dynamic leadership, India's waterways have been infused with new energy, linking tradition with modernity and opening vast opportunities for sustainable growth, especially in the Northeast. With utmost respect and a thunderous round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I welcome our chief guest, the Honorable Union Minister, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal Mohodoy, to address the august gathering.
Namaskar. Today we have Waterways Northeast Navigating the Future, Sustainable Tourism and Ferry Integration Across Waterways. This particular event is very, very meaningful for our future course of action. We have a number of rivers in the country. We are blessed, all God-gifted, This is mode of transportation. And this mode of transportation will have to deeply realize. And to the fullest extent, its potentiality to be explored for the future faster growth of our economy and our society and India to become Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant nation by 2047. That's the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. As a follow-up action on our part, and also giving impetus to the growth of our river transport, it's a kind of climate action on our part to combat the climate change, because this journey is seamless, eco-friendly, and cost-effective. In many ways, it is always helpful to us for our growth. I think this is the realization, sense of realization we need to develop within ourselves. And with this deep sense of realization, let us move forwards. Today we have, in this particular occasion, the presence of the Honorable Minister of Transport, Government of Assam, Sri Jugen Mohanji, and the Secretary, Ministry of Port, Shipping, Waterways, respected T.K. Ramachandranji, and we have the Chairman in charge, Inland Waterways Authority of India, Sunil Kumar Singhji. We have the presence of Secretary NEC, Satyendra Bhallaji. We have Managing Director IPRCL, Manoj Kumar Syamalji. We have Advisor, Ministry of Port, Shipping, Waterways, KK Nathji. Member Technical IWAI, Asutosh Gautamji. PSD CCI, Jatinder Singhji. And we have the kind presence of Consul General Bhutan, Jigme Thinleji, and 5 of the senior officials from Bhutan, and respected most credible stakeholders present here today, connecting with this particular water transport, and also the leading dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to welcome you all to this important roadshow as a prelude to the India Maritime Week 2025. This event marks a stepping stone in our journey towards positioning India as a global maritime leader. From 27 to 31st of October 2025, Mumbai will host India Maritime Week, welcoming over hundreds numbers of countries and the presence of 1 lakh participants from across the maritime and tourism sector. Under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, our maritime sector is undergoing a historic transformation. Honorable Prime Minister has always been saying that without transportation, there cannot be transformation. So I believe during his dynamic leadership, particularly in these 11 years, ultimately in all the sector of our government machineries, got charged up and could able to perform significantly, which is helping the nation to grow faster in the economic sector. Flagship initiative like Sagarmala, ambitious visions such as the Maritime India Vision 2030 and Maritime Amritkal Vision 2047, remarkable legislative, financial and policy reforms, etc., are building the foundation of a green and resilient maritime ecosystem. Our ports are being modernized, inland waterways are being revitalized, our shipping sector is being given a fresh impetus for speedy growth. The Harit Sagar policy is guiding our shift to clean fuels, renewable energy, and climate resilient infrastructure. The Harit Nauka, green transitions of inland vessels, will make the riverine transport ecosystem environment friendly. This government in December 2024 unveiled the Jal Bahak scheme to boost inland waterways. Cargo movement incentivized on National Waterways 1, 2, and 16. Jal Bahak Cargo Promotion Scheme for inland waterways. The Cargo Promotion Scheme provides direct incentive to the cargo owners to transport their goods via inland waterways for a distance of more than 300 kilometers. The Jal Bahak scheme encourages to reduce logistic cost, decongest road and railways, and adapting to a sustainable mode of transportation. It offers reimbursement up to 35% of total operating expenditure incurred while transporting cargo via waterways on National Waterways 1, National Waterways 2, and National Waterways 16 via Indo-Bangladesh Protocol route. The incentive scheme is ideal for major shipping companies, freight forwarders, trade bodies, and associations that handle bulk and containerized cargo. The scheme initially valid for 3 years. Fixed schedule sailing service has also been introduced for National Waterways 1 and 2. To be operated by ICSL, the service is launched for National Waterways 1 and National Waterways 2 with fixed timeline for transportation and delivery of cargo. The commencement of fixed-day scheduled sailing service is aimed at demonstrating readiness of waterways as a viable, economic, and ecologically responsible alternative for cargo transportation. This scheme aims at model shift of 800 million ton kilometers with 800 million tons kilometers with an investment of 95.4 crores by 2027. This is nearly 17% of the current cargo of 4,700 million tons kilometers on national waterways. Looking ahead, India is poised to significantly enhance its maritime capacities and global footprints. In the shipping sector, India aims to achieve a 20% global market share in ship recycling and move into the top 5 shipbuilding nation by 2047, reflecting our commitment to sustainable and advanced maritime industries. Over the past 11 years, under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, major milestones have marked India's maritime progress. Our port capacity nearly doubled. Cargo handling volumes surged to 1,600 million metric ton, and turnaround time at some of our leading ports has come down to only 22 hours. Earlier it used to be 67 hours. But during the last 11 years, due to our most practical and scientific initiative and under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, because of the modernization, mechanization, digitalization of the ports and connectivity, that is why we could able to achieve this massive target. Furthermore, Indian Parliament has recently cleared 5 critical maritime legislation which have now been enacted as the Bills of Lading Act, the Carriers of Goods by Sea Act, Merchant Shipping Act, Coastal Shipping Act, and the Indian Port Act. These reforms replace outdated laws. Whatever law was enacted during the British regime, that's all been repealed and replaced and aligned our maritime legal framework with international best practices, enhancing governance, trade facilitation, and shipping development. This legislative stride will further attract investment and boost sector efficiency, reinforcing India's maritime Amritkal vision in 2047. Integration of coastal and inland waterways. This is a very significant move on the part of the government. The Coastal Shipping Act provides for integration of coastal and inland waterways. Earlier, coastal shipping was quite different, inland water was quite different. There was no integration in between. But now, Coastal Shipping Act has brought this provision into practice, and this will give a lot of scope. Whoever is operating their vessel in the inland waterways, they can be connected with coastal shipping. They can have the access of benefit of the coastal shipping. So this is the greatest kind of initiative on the part of the Honorable Prime Minister's vision and also his dynamic leadership. The integration of coastal and inland waterways will promote regional development of riverine and coastal areas alike in the country. This act will also give impetus to the long-term vision of development of coastal and inland waterways transport in various states of our nation. By recognizing the role of state in this regard, this act ensures that the growth of coastal shipping is inclusive and participative, because it is based on cooperative federalism. Center and state will go hand in hand, work with integration. The theme of today's session, Navigating the Future, Sustainable Tourism and Ferry Integration Across Waterways, reflect our deep commitment to sustainability and holistic growth. India is blessed with over 11,000 kilometers of coastal line, 5,000 kilometers of navigable waterways, 12 major ports, 200 plus other then major ports, and a vast and growing network of shipyard and service providers. Cruise tourism in our nation has shown unprecedented growth during the last decades. To further tap the immense potential of cruise tourism in our nation, we launched Cruise Bharat mission last year. This mission aims to make India as a vibrant destination for both river and sea cruises. Some of the main objectives of these missions are development of 100 river cruise terminals, 10 sea cruise terminals, and 5 marinas, doubling cruise call and passengers number by 2029. Expanding cruise circuits across the Ganga, Brahmaputra, Godavari, Kerala, backwaters, strengthening regional partnership with Sri Lanka, Maldives, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Myanmar to build a connected cruise network in the South Asia. Over last decades, we have initiated a number of policy measures to boost cruise tourism both in the sea and the river cruise sector. Today, 25 river cruise vessels are operating in our national waterways, up from 3 till a decade ago. Up to 2014, it was limited to only 3 numbers. But now, because of our transformative initiative, it went up to the 25 river cruise now in operation. The Ganga river cruise has been ranked among the world top 10 by Forbes. On Brahmaputra, 14 cruise vessels are already in operation between Guwahati and Dibrugarh, with many more to come. Cargo movement on inland waterways too has grown from 18 million metric ton in 2013-14 to 145 million ton last year. Look at the growth. 18 कहाँ 18 रहे, कहाँ 145 million. तो इससे आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं, अनुमान लगा सकते हैं कि परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री के नेतृत्व ने देश को कैसे शक्ति दिया है, कैसे विकास के रास्ते पर तेज से चलने के लिए हमें उन्होंने दिशा दिया है, मार्गदर्शन दी है. We now have 30 operational waterways, up from just 5 in 2014. 2014 तक national waterways, operational national waterways was only 5. Now it is 30 numbers. This is the difference. This is the growth. This shows that our rivers are reclaiming their place on India's transport and tourism map. The Northeast region is playing a central role in this transformation. In just the last 2 years, the government has invested 1,000 crores in the waterways infrastructure in the northeastern region. 300 crores worth of work are already complete, and the remaining 700 crores works will be completed by this year's end. Key development in the Northeast includes permanent cargo terminals have been developed at Pandu, Jugighupa, Dhubri and Bogibeel, Dibrugarh. 2 more terminals have been upgraded on National Waterways 16, that is Borak, at Karimganj and Badarpur. All these terminals are connected to Bangladesh and other parts of India through Haldia and Kolkata. The terminals at Pandu, Jugighupa and Dhubri are also providing connectivity to the Bhutan, EXIM cargo to Bangladesh and other countries. The state-of-the-art ship repair facility, first of its kind at the cost of rupees 239 crores, is under construction at Pandu, Guwahati, and expected to be completed by March 2026. This ship repair facility will benefit repair and maintenance of inland vessels plying in northeastern region, which otherwise comes to Kolkata all the way through Bangladesh, spending huge expenditure and time. पहले हमारे रिपेयर के लिए कोलकाता जाना पड़ता था, तो अब जाना नहीं पड़ेगा. अब शिप रिपेयर फैसिलिटी का व्यवस्था यही खड़ा की गई है. तो अगले दिनों पे मेरा मानना है कि हमारी whoever is interested to invest in the waterways, I believe it is a golden opportunity for them and to explore the available potentials there in River Brahmaputra and others, national waterways. The present connectivity to Pandu port is through congested city roads. A dedicated approach road from National Highways 27 to Pandu port at a cost of rupees 180 crores is being developed and expected to be completed by September 2025 this year. There are numbers of sanctuaries and national parks on banks of River Brahmaputra. A number of river cruise vessels with state-of-the-art facilities are plying on these waterways. To encourage the movement of these vessels, 4 tourist jetties at permanent places like Guijan, Nimati, Biswanath Ghat and Silghat at a cost of rupees 290 crores. 99 crores are planned to be developed during the next 2 years, for which detailed project reports is completed. A Maritime Skill Development Center. This is very important. A Maritime Skill Development Center is already functioning at Guwahati. 550 students have already been trained in this institute in the past 2 years. For training of young generation, a regional center of excellence shall be developed at Dibrugarh for training of around 5,000 students with all state-of-the-art amenities like academic building, hospital, swimming pool, simulators, etc. at a cost of rupees 188 crores. Lighthouses are planned to be developed at Bogibeel, Vishwanath Ghat, Silghat, and Pandu, which will boost the tourism on National Waterways too, and for navigational aids. Land has already been acquired on these places, and soil investigation has been started. The construction will start soon. Feasibility study for urban water transport system at Guwahati, Tezpur, Dibrugarh have been assigned to KMRL. Field survey has been completed. Reports shall be completed by October 2025. Dredging in Northeast. This is a very significant move because without maintenance dredging, it is very difficult to maintain the draft of the river for the simplest movement of our either cargo vessel, passenger vessel, cruise vessel. That is why this is key to the shipping industry, to the movement of the vessel in the river. And assured fairway dredging contract have been put in place for round-the-year navigation between Bangladesh borders and Guwahati. From Guwahati to Dibrugarh, Sadia, 7 departmental dredgers have been deployed for smooth navigation of the vessel. Fairway development for National Waterways 16, Banga to Badarpur stretch, 10.5 kilometer has been taken up through Dredging Corporation of India on assured LED basis. In Assam, 12 passenger cruise vessels under Central Sector Scheme are to be procured. इस पर भी आप ध्यान दीजिएगा, हम जहाज खरीदने जा रहे हैं, 12 passengers cruise vessel. Orders for 2 have already been placed, and order for remaining 10 shall be placed shortly. In Mizoram, work for preparation of DPR for development of IWT in river Twangwang and in river Simtuipui has been awarded. The proposal for construction of IWT infrastructure on river in Longloi district is underway. In Nagaland, the work for preparation of DPR for development of IWT in Doyang Lake and DPR for promotions of water sports and tourism at Noni and Siloi Lake is in advanced stage. In Tripura, the work for setting up of linkage with Meghna River system in Bangladesh by developing Gomti River is in progress. Ferries are becoming an integral part of urban mobility in Indian cities, safe, efficient, and eco-friendly. Integration with metro, bus, and digital system is making them viable for daily commutes. We are also moving towards electric ferries, green terminals, and zero-emission vessels, embracing clean tech and digital tools like real-time navigation and e-ticketing to build a future-ready transport system. Our vision for Amritkal 2047 is one of the maritime India that is globally competitive, digitally empowered, environmentally sustainable, and socially inclusive. It is in this spirit that we are hosting India Maritime Week IMW 2025 this October in Mumbai. So this is what I have given a little bit of overview about our initiative in the Northeast. But the question stands. Today you have come with a lot of optimism. And this particular roadshow, mainly to promote the Maritime Week that is to be held at Mumbai from 27 to 31st October. Now, how to explore the available potential is there in both inland waterways and coastals and oceans. So to promote the maritime industry, I think we have to play important role. Though we are placed in the hinterland, far from seashore, nowadays, because of Honorable Prime Minister's visionary initiative like PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, multimodal connectivity. This connectivity multimodal connectivity has brought sea and river together, close to each other. That is why this integrated strategic plan, coastal shipping and inland waterways, this is a significant move. And lot of legislative reforms have been brought into place, brought into practice, just to make the environment ease of doing business. Easy access to the available data that we have. That is why we have launched many more digital platforms, portal, apps, everything, just to facilitate our investors, our operators, exporter, importer, traders within the country and EXIM. So I believe you should take the advantage of it. आज इस कार्यक्रम गुवाहाटी में इसलिए की गई है ताकि हमारे नॉर्थ ईस्ट की और हमारे पड़ोसी दो जैसे भूटान हो, बांग्लादेश हो, नेपाल हो, हम सब एक साथ मिलकर सारे विषय को अध्ययन भी करें और जलमार्ग में बसे हुए शक्ति को उजागर करें। हमारे जलमार्ग में सदियों से जो शक्ति, संपदा और संभावना बसा हुआ है, इन चीजों को हम कैसे सही उपयोग करें। आधुनिक हमारे जो भी प्रयुक्ति है, इसके जरिए हम कैसे अधिक से अधिक लाभ उठाए without affecting our ecology and environment. That is why nowadays in the global aspect, the global society always prefer to this particular mode of transportation because it is eco-friendly. And where we are going for transition, now this ministry, particularly in the inland waterways, within like few years, I think next 2030, we are going to make the transition. We are going to install the green engine in our vessel operating in the inland waterways. Yeah. Harit Nauka, that's the scheme, Harit Nauka. यानी कि हम हरियाली माहौल को हम कैसे जिंदा रखें, zero carbon emission, net zero, the target set by Honorable Prime Minister by 2070. We will have to achieve that target. As a follow-up action to achieve that target, these are the initiatives, not only our ministry, but also all other ministries, taking all this important initiative so that in the near future we could achieve the goal. So I believe from many angles, this particular mode of transportation is very much people's friendly because it is cost effective. Earlier, the logistic cost is still in the double digit. Honorable Prime Minister is making an appeal to the people of the country. Please bring down to single digit, 8, instead of 14 to come down to 8. So that we can, put a lot of, initiative in such a manner that we could create an ecosystem where the commoners will be highly benefited. The commoners will be highly benefited. So I believe with this prime objective, here we have the presence of many more resourceful persons today. After this session, I think there will be 3 panel discussion. And in this discussion, whatever, name of the resourceful persons I have seen, I welcome all of you. Please make all this, panel discussion successful, meaningful, and futuristic, so that, out of, important brainstorming discussion, whatever input we are going to get out of your effort, that would be very much helpful, and it will definitely helpful to make our future journey more effective, more successful, because our target is very clear. In the inland waterways, by 2030, 2030, our cargo handling capacity will move up to 200 million metric ton per annum by 2030. And by 2047, it would be 500 million metric ton per annum. That is the power of cargo handling capacity in the waterways. And in the shipping sector, 10,000 million metric ton. That is the target we have set by 2047. So to those remarkable target, if we are to achieve it, then our follow-up action must be scientific, must be credible, must be acceptable, and must be kind of people's friendly, and must be an environment of business friendly. With these few words, I again extend my heartfelt thankfulness to all of your presence here today. I'm really delighted to see all of you here with bright faces, smiling faces, and that faces reflect the message of optimism and future successful story. Thank you. Jai Hind.
প্ৰেৰণাদায়ক মাৰ্গদৰ্শনৰ বাবে মাননীয় কেন্দ্ৰীয় মন্ত্ৰী মহোদয়লৈ আমি অশেষ ধন্যবাদ জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ। Well, thank you, sir, for your enlightening words and for charting a vision that will continue to guide us in navigating the future of our waterways. पुनः हम हमारे माननीय मुख्य अतिथि महोदय प्रमुख सभी महानुभावों का हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करते हैं। With this, ladies and gentlemen, we will end our inaugural session now, but it will be followed by 3 panel discussions, as we all know. So we'll just take a break to arrange the days for the panel discussions. By that time, our Honorable Union Minister, sir, would be proceeding for the press meet. I'd request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
ধন্যবাদ পুনৰবাৰ আমি আমাৰ মুখ্য অতিথিলৈ অশেষ ধন্যবাদ জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ Honorable Union Minister sir will now proceed for the press meet I request everyone to